Ever walked into a room and forgot why you were there? Or struggled to recall a name that used to come so easily? These little lapses might seem harmless until they're not. But here's the good news. A simple daily brain exercise is helping seniors regain memory, boost focus, and even reverse early cognitive decline. No pills, no expensive therapy. Stick with this video and I'll show you how it works, why it works, and how you can start doing it today. Part 1. The problem. Memory loss is no longer a distant threat. Every year, millions of people around the world begin to quietly lose their ability to remember, think clearly, and make decisions, and most don't even notice until it's too late. Cognitive decline, often brushed off as forgetfulness, mental fog, or simply getting older, isn't just a natural part of aging. It's a warning sign that our brain is overloaded, damaged, or losing critical connections. Think of the brain like a complex highway system. When you're young, traffic flows smoothly, messages zip from one place to another. But as we age, especially without proper maintenance, roads start to crack, signals get delayed, and eventually the whole system slows down. That's when you forget names, miss appointments, or can't focus long enough to finish a page of reading. Globally, someone is diagnosed with dementia every few seconds. It's a silent epidemic affecting all walks of life, from teachers and artists to CEOs and retirees. Worse still, memory loss doesn't just affect the person experiencing it. It puts emotional and physical strain on families, partners, and caregivers. It slowly chips away at independence, confidence, and dignity, the very things that make aging gracefully possible. But here's the hopeful truth. Many neuroscientists now believe that cognitive decline is not destiny. It can be slowed, even reversed if we take the right actions early enough. And that brings us to a powerful discovery you're about to learn in the next part. Part 2, breakthrough research. A simple brain exercise that changes everything. What if a daily 12-minute routine could dramatically improve your memory, focus, and mental clarity? No medications, no fancy equipment, no gym memberships. That's exactly what researchers from the University of California discovered when they studied a brain training method known as dual-task neural integration. At first glance, it looks deceptively simple, walking while doing a mental task. But under the surface, it triggers a powerful response in the brain, one that traditional memory games or supplements rarely activate. In clinical studies, seniors who practiced this dual-task exercise showed a 32% improvement in memory and cognitive processing in just 6 weeks. That's not a small difference. It's the kind of transformation that helps someone remember names again, stay focused in conversations, and regain confidence in everyday life. Even more surprising, brain scans revealed that this activity stimulated parts of the brain most vulnerable to dementia, specifically areas responsible for memory, attention, and decision-making. These are the regions that typically shrink with age or in the early stages of Alzheimer's. But after consistent training, researchers noticed not just stabilization, but growth in neural activity and connectivity. What makes this technique so effective is its simplicity. The brain is forced to multitask, managing movement while processing language or categories. It's like taking your brain to the gym, lifting weights for coordination, focus, and recall all at once. And it works regardless of your current level. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or even 80s, the brain remains remarkably capable of adaptation, a concept known as neuroplasticity. It just needs the right type of challenge. This isn't just promising, it's a game changer. For the first time, we're not just talking about slowing mental decline, but actually reversing it. And all it takes is a short, focused routine you can do right at home. So what exactly is this revolutionary brain workout, and how can you start doing it today? That's what we'll explore in the next section. Part 3, success stories. Real people, real results. Science is one thing, but what really brings this method to life is how it's transforming everyday people. People just like you or your loved ones. Let's talk about Martha Jenkins, a retired teacher from Oregon, 72 years old. After noticing she was becoming forgetful and struggling to focus, Martha feared she might be heading down the road to dementia. Conversations felt foggy. She couldn't recall recent events. Even reading became difficult. Her doctor offered memory supplements and crossword puzzles, but nothing truly helped. Then through a community wellness program, she was introduced to the dual-task brain exercise. Skeptical at first, she committed to just 12 minutes a day, combining simple walking with a word game routine. After just 2 weeks, Martha noticed a shift. She felt more alert, less mentally foggy. By week 4, she remembered names without hesitation, followed conversations with ease, and even began journaling again. Her family noticed the difference too. They said she was herself again, and she's not alone. Robert Coleman, 78, was losing his independence. He'd forget whether he locked the door, repeat the same story twice, or miss bill payments. After incorporating this brain-boosting activity into his morning routine, he regained clarity and, more importantly, confidence. Another powerful case is Elaine Thompson, 69, a former public speaker. She had stopped presenting due to word-finding issues and anxiety, but just 5 weeks into the brain workout program, she stood in front of her church group and gave a heartfelt, articulate talk for the first time in years. These aren't isolated miracles. They're proof that the brain, even in later life, can change, can rebuild, rewire, and revive. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. What makes this method stand out is how quickly people start to see results. Unlike puzzles or pills that might take months or never work at all, this approach stimulates multiple brain functions simultaneously. That's what makes the difference. So now, let's address the elephant in the room. Why don't common methods like brain games and memory vitamins deliver the same impact? That's exactly what we'll explore in the next part. Part 4, why traditional methods fail. With so many brain-boosting products on the market, apps, puzzles, supplements, it's easy to assume we're already doing enough to protect our minds. But if that were true, why are memory problems still rising at record rates? The truth is, most of these methods target the brain in isolation. They focus on single tasks, like matching pictures, solving word problems, or taking a capsule every morning. While these may offer small benefits, they often fail to activate the full network of the brain that's involved in real-world thinking. Here's what scientists now understand. The brain isn't a single machine. It's a system of interconnected hubs: memory, attention, movement, language. They all work together, not separately, and unless your activity mimics that complex coordination, it won't produce lasting results. That's why apps and games tend to plateau. You may improve within the game, but those gains don't transfer to real life. You might get faster at Sudoku, but still forget where you put your keys or what day your appointment is. Likewise, supplements that claim to boost memory often lack strong scientific evidence. Even when they contain ingredients like ginkgo biloba or omega-3s, results are inconsistent. And they don't train your brain, they only hope to support it chemically. In short, what's missing is integration. Traditional tools are often passive or too narrow. But what your brain needs, especially as you age, is active, functional, multitask-based training. It needs to be challenged like it is in daily life. Walking, talking, remembering, adjusting. That's what makes the dual-task neural integration exercise so different and so effective. It doesn't just work your memory, it mimics the real-life demands your brain faces every day, firing up the neural circuits you actually rely on. Think of it this way. Trying to improve your brain with puzzles is like training for a marathon by lifting a pencil. You might move, but you're not building the strength you need where it counts. Now that we've uncovered why the usual tricks don't work, let's dive into the solution. The revolutionary brain exercise that brings it all together. Part 5, the revolutionary brain exercise. So what is this magic exercise that scientists and seniors alike are raving about? It's called dual-task neural integration, a fancy name for something surprisingly simple, doing 2 things at once that engage both your body and brain. The core idea: combine gentle physical movement, like walking, with a mental challenge. This dual action forces your brain to coordinate memory, balance, attention, and speech all at the same time. In doing so, it activates multiple brain regions that normally decline with age. Here's how it works. Start by walking at a comfortable pace. While walking, pick a letter. Say the letter S. Now, without stopping, Begin naming things that start with S from 4 rotating categories. Things you can see: foods, places, people's names. So it might sound like this as you walk: sun, sandwich, Spain, Sarah, socks, spaghetti, Seattle, Steve. The mental effort of switching categories while physically moving keeps your brain firing on all cylinders. It's not about being fast. It's about keeping the brain actively engaged while the body moves. If you get stuck and can't think of a word after 2 seconds, just switch to another letter. The goal is to stay in flow, and it's scalable. Start with just 4 minutes a day and gradually work up to 12 minutes over 2 weeks. Want more of a challenge? Try walking backward, increasing your pace, or adding a 5th category. Can't walk? No problem. You can do this seated by lifting your knees and rotating your categories the same way. What makes this different from a walk or a puzzle alone is how it connects the brain and body in real time. This synergy not only builds new neural pathways, but also strengthens existing ones, helping the brain become more adaptive and resilient. It's simple, it's free, and it's backed by science. And in the next part, we'll explore exactly how this exercise works at the neurological level. What's going on inside your brain as you train it to fight cognitive decline? Part 6, how it works. The science behind the brain boost. Now that you know how to do the exercise, let's look under the hood. What exactly is happening inside your brain when you perform dual-task neural integration? First, this exercise activates multiple regions of the brain at the same time. It lights up areas responsible for movement, the motor cortex, memory and learning, the hippocampus, attention, the prefrontal cortex, and language, the temporal lobe. This full brain engagement is what sets it apart from other methods. The real magic lies in something called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt by forming new neural pathways. Think of it as upgrading your brain's wiring. Every time you combine walking with naming words from different categories, you force your brain to build stronger, faster connections between different functions. Another key effect: the exercise boosts production of a protein called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF is like fertilizer for your brain. It helps grow new brain cells, strengthens existing ones, and supports long-term memory. Studies have shown that even just 12 minutes of this kind of activity per day can significantly increase BDNF levels. This routine also targets one of the most important and vulnerable areas of your brain, the default mode network, DMN. The DMN is active when your brain is at rest and is closely linked to memory and self-awareness. It's one of the first areas to deteriorate in Alzheimer's disease. By engaging the DMN during dual-task activity, you're essentially keeping this crucial system awake, healthy, and connected. But that's not all. Dual-task training also improves blood flow to the brain, which means more oxygen and nutrients reach your neurons. This helps reduce inflammation, clear away toxins, and prevent brain shrinkage, especially in the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. And remember, the brain is like a muscle. The more you train it with challenging, meaningful tasks, the stronger it becomes. With consistency, this simple 12-minute routine can change not just how your brain works, but how it ages. In the next section, I'll show you exactly how to get started, including step-by-step guidance, timing, and simple variations to suit your lifestyle. Part 7, how to get started, daily routine and tips. Now that you know the science, let's get practical. Here's how to start this powerful brain-boosting habit, right from your living room, your backyard, or even your hallway. Step 1, set a goal that fits your level. If you're new to this, begin with just 4 minutes a day. That's it. Once it becomes part of your routine, gradually increase to 12 minutes daily over the course of 2 weeks. Remember, consistency is more important than intensity. Step 2, choose the right time of day. The best time to do the exercise? Morning before breakfast. That's when your brain is most alert, and you'll benefit from a focus boost for the rest of the day. But if mornings don't work for you, don't worry. Anytime you can focus is a good time to train your brain. Step 3, pick a safe and comfortable walking area. This could be a quiet street, a garden path, or even indoors. Just make sure it's safe, free of tripping hazards, and somewhere you won't feel too self-conscious talking out loud. Step 4, Start walking, then add the mental task. Begin walking at a relaxed, steady pace. Once you feel comfortable, choose a letter of the alphabet and start naming items from different categories. Things you see, food, places, names. Rotate categories to keep it dynamic. Example, candle, carrot, Canada, Claire. If you get stuck, don't worry. Just move on to a new letter and keep walking. Step 5. Keep both mind and body engaged. Don't stop walking while thinking, and don't pause your thinking to adjust your pace. The challenge and the benefit comes from doing both at the same time. Bonus tips: add variety, change categories, e.g. animals, colors, countries. Make it social. Do it with a friend or family member. Challenge yourself. Walk backward safely, raise your knees higher, or add more categories. Can't walk today? No problem. Sit in a sturdy chair and lift your knees one at a time while doing the same naming exercise. The combination of movement and mental challenge still works. The most important thing is to make this practice a habit. Tie it to something you already do, like right after brushing your teeth or before morning coffee. This helps it stick without feeling like one more task. And now that you've got the routine, in the next part, we'll hear what real experts have to say and why they believe this may be the most promising non-drug solution for protecting the aging brain. Part 8, Expert Advice. What doctors say about this method. You might be wondering, if this brain exercise is so effective, what do medical professionals think about it? As it turns out, neuroscientists, geriatricians, and cognitive health experts are all taking notice. Dr. Elizabeth Chen, a neurologist at Harvard Medical Center, recently called dual-task neural integration one of the most promising non-pharmacological interventions for maintaining cognitive health in aging populations. According to her, what makes this method so exciting is its ability to actively rewire the brain rather than simply trying to slow down decline. Unlike medications that often come with side effects or supplements that lack consistent scientific backing, this exercise is natural, safe, and accessible to almost anyone. Dr. Chen emphasizes that even just a few minutes a day can lead to measurable improvement in focus, memory, and executive function. Other leading voices in brain health agree. Dr. Amir Levan, a cognitive neuroscientist in California, has used this method in clinical trials with older adults, and he reports a remarkable improvement in attention span, reaction time, and verbal fluency after only 6 weeks of consistent training. What's more, this approach doesn't just help those already experiencing cognitive decline, it's also a powerful tool for prevention. Doctors now encourage individuals in their 40s, 50s, and 60s to begin brain training early, much like we're encouraged to exercise our bodies before physical weakness sets in. Healthcare providers love this method because it puts control back into the hands of the patient. No waiting for prescriptions, no high costs, just a simple guided routine that can be done at home, in the park, or even while traveling. Of course, as with any routine, consistency is key. Experts recommend doing the exercise at least 5 days a week and pairing it with brain-friendly lifestyle choices, like a healthy diet, good sleep, and regular social interaction. In short, the message from the medical world is clear. This works, it's safe, and it's worth doing. Coming up next, we'll look at some powerful foods that can enhance the brain-boosting effects of this exercise and keep your mind sharp for years to come. Part 9, Brain-Boosting Foods. What to eat for better results. You've got the exercise, you're building the habit, but there's one more piece to this brain-boosting puzzle: nutrition. Think of food as the fuel for your brain. Just like you wouldn't pour low-quality gasoline into a high-performance engine, your brain needs the right nutrients to function, repair, and grow. When paired with your daily mental workout, these brain-friendly foods can supercharge your results. Let's look at a few key options. 1. Blueberries. Often called brain berries, blueberries are packed with antioxidants that protect your brain from aging and inflammation. Studies show they can improve memory and slow cognitive decline. 2. Fatty fish, like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids, these support brain cell membranes and boost communication between neurons. Omega-3s have been linked to lower risks of dementia and sharper memory. 3. Turmeric. This golden spice contains curcumin, which can cross the blood-brain barrier and reduce inflammation. It's also been shown to raise BDNF levels, that powerful brain fertilizer we mentioned earlier. 4. Pumpkin seeds. These small seeds are loaded with magnesium, iron, zinc, and copper, minerals essential for brain health. Magnesium helps with learning, zinc supports nerve signaling, and iron ensures oxygen reaches the brain. 5. Dark chocolate in moderation. Yes, chocolate, specifically dark chocolate with high cacao content, can boost mood and brain function. It improves blood flow to the brain and provides a quick mental lift. 6. Leafy greens vegetables like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are rich in vitamins K, lutein, folate, and beta-carotene. These nutrients support memory and may delay brain aging. 7. Walnuts. Just one handful a day has been associated with better cognitive scores in older adults. Walnuts are also high in omega-3s and polyphenols, which fight oxidative stress in the brain. How to combine diet and exercise for maximum impact. Start your day with the brain exercise before breakfast, then follow it with a nutrient-rich meal. For example, pair scrambled eggs with spinach and a side of blueberries, or enjoy a smoothie made with turmeric, walnuts, and dark berries. Stay hydrated too. Dehydration can cause confusion, sluggishness, and mental fatigue. And remember, no single food is a miracle cure, but combined with consistent brain training, the right diet helps your mind stay sharp, your mood stable, and your confidence high. In the final part of this video, I'll give you one last push, the motivation to take action today, plus a small challenge to get you started right now. Part 10, final call to action, start today, stay sharp. You've made it this far. That already says something powerful. You care about your mind, your future, and the life you want to live fully, mentally sharp, confident, and independent. But information alone won't change your brain. Action will. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment or for a doctor's prescription or for things to get worse before they get better. You just need 12 minutes. Today, start by picking a safe place to walk. Choose a letter. Begin naming words from your rotating categories. Things you see, food, places, and names. Let your body move. Let your brain work. That's it. You'll feel awkward the first time. That's normal. You might stumble over a word or blank out. That's okay. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. And the more you do it, the sharper and quicker your brain will become. Here's a little challenge. Right now in the comments or out loud, say the first letter you'll start with. Maybe it's T for table, tomato, Tokyo, Tina, or M for mirror, mango, Madrid, Mike. Say it, own it, and make a commitment to yourself, your loved ones, and your future self. Because what you do today doesn't just affect your memory tomorrow. It protects your independence, your relationships, your ability to stay you, no matter your age. Let this video be the moment you decided not to let your brain slow down, but to wake it up, train it, and keep it thriving. Rewatch this video when you need a refresher. Share it with someone who might need it too. And most of all, start moving, thinking, and growing today. Your brain is waiting. Let's go. Let's